Hi everyone, my name is Dumindra Rupasinghe and I am here at the Grand Ballroom of Hotel Galadari as we attend the Women's Leadership Forum 2022. This event has been organized by the Women's Chamber of Industry and Commerce, and I am extremely excited to be speaking to many inspiring personalities as we watch them break the bias. I'm here with Shiranti Kure, the Chief Transformation Officer of HNB, a very inspiring lady who is also part of an important panel discussion for today's event. Shiranti, a quick question. How important is this event and what are your thoughts on it?
The event is very timely, I think, and it brings to focus and brings to the platform something that is rarely spoken about, that is breaking the bias. So I think it's a timely topic, and it's time we bring these topics to the forum, open forum, and have a wider dialogue, men, women, and everyone else.
All right, yes, absolutely. And how important is it to break the bias in today's day and time for a better tomorrow?
So biases, prejudices of any kind, they limit you, they hold you back, they pull people back, they kind of shatter people's confidence. I think therefore, whether it's gender-based bias or any bias or prejudice, it is important to break them and make people bring their full potential and bring value into the table freely with their natural talents.
Absolutely. And you were also part of a very important discussion at the panel discussion that we had today. With that, do you think, in your opinion, do you think we can reach out to a larger community with such initiatives being taken?
Yeah, I certainly think so. You see, we need to reach out to a larger community, create awareness, create sensitization through mass media, TV, radio, social media, and that way we can uplift the awareness level and the knowledge of everyone as a whole.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for talking to us, and we wish you all the very best and hoping to see you very soon. Thank you so much.
It's lovely talking to you.
I am here with Zuff, the founder of Pick Me, as we speak about how Pick Me is helping to break the bias. Zuff, how important is this event today and what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think the event is well done. I think we are obviously very invested in making sure that women participation in our industry improves, right? When you take the driving industry, right? I'm talking about taxis, logistics and whatnot. And this is a problem, right? We don't have women participation. Since we started this company, we wanted to see how we can make sure that more women come and drive on our platform. And I think we've done well. I think we could do even better. So events like this sort of help us break the bias, and that's the theme this year. And I think we've done a lot. Obviously, our programs with IFC to ensure that more women participates in this industry. Because this is a male-dominant industry. For some reason, males have been dominating it, and we are doing our little bit to make sure more women come into the industry. And I think it gives us, through platforms like us, it gives women a lot of flexibility to participate in this industry and also participate in the economic development of the country. And that's why we think events like this are going to be very helpful.
Absolutely. And with that, do you think events like this in the future could also help to develop more women coming into the world of the driving industry as well? And what is your take on it? And how do you think that you could help in the future to overcome such bias?
Yeah, so I think it's just getting the message across, right? It's knowing that it's okay to be doing a driving job, right? This is an industry that people look down upon, right? Now we're trying to convert that, and we see people coming from the Middle East driving on our platform. We see professionals driving on our platform, right? Just like that, we see women coming and driving on the platform. So, which is great. And of course, like I said, the events like these sort of bring the message out. And I think it removes the biasness amongst in these industries.
Well, wonderful, wonderful to hear that, and wonderful to be speaking to you. Thank you very much for talking to us, and wishing you all the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm here with Anoji De Silva, the chairperson of the Women's Chamber of Industry and Commerce. And this wonderful, inspiring lady is the lady that is behind such wonderful events and this wonderful event of the Women Leadership Forum 2022. So, Anoji, a simple question to you. How important is this event and what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah. So I'm not the lady behind this event. It's 15 very strong board members who are really putting it. So I just want to acknowledge their effort. So this is very important because I think it's important for women to support each other, because I think so one of the ladies said, okay, we really enjoy being here because there are no filters. We don't feel uncomfortable asking questions because we know it's all females. So that's what really this event is, to help you to build yourself, empower yourself, so that you can be a stronger woman and increase your contribution.
Absolutely. I think it definitely is helping the entire community as well. And so, with that, also, we had many different veteran personalities that had joined the panel discussions and were conducting sessions as well. So, with that, what was that the idea of it, and how strong do you think the message is coming across to all the ladies that are here today and who are watching us as well?
So one of the things the women have is lack of role models, because I think always women feel alone, because sometimes in our offices we are surrounded by men, so you don't have really too many successful women that you can also learn from. So that's why we bring all these accomplished women, because there are women who have, when somebody is successful, you automatically assume they've had an easy journey, which is not the case. So we want people to learn from them, see how because I think some of the stories you heard, you saw how, probably I went, oh my gosh, I've been also in that situation, right? So everyone's stories are similar. But these are women who withstood all the challenges and be successful. So they are role models, which is why we are bringing them, so that the others can learn from them.
Absolutely. And also, Anuji, another important question is it really important to break the bias for a better tomorrow?
Yes, so like I said in my speech, for me, the most difficult part in breaking the bias is people accepting that there is bias, because a lot of the time people are in denial. They think everyone has a fair chance. There are women who do have a lot of opportunities, but that's the minority. The majority don't have it. So that's why it's important to keep the conversation alive, to talk about the opportunity to break the bias. And there is no fight against men. We want definitely the right person to be given the right opportunity, and that must include a woman also. So if the woman is the right person, she should be given the opportunity. So that's what we are saying. The break the bias doesn't mean giving women preferential treatment. It's giving the right human being the right opportunity.
Absolutely. It's a great initiative. And also, just one quick question before we let you go. Could you take us through or give us an insight into some of the future projects from WCIC, just so that we get an idea about all the wonderful projects that you do?
Yeah. So now this is one of our flagship events, and the other one we are hosting in November is the Women Entrepreneur Boards, which started as way back as 1988. And this year we are also doing a huge effort to draw the women entrepreneurs from the provinces. And we will be recognizing the best entrepreneur from each province, in addition to the general categories. So that's one project we are doing. And then another project is we are evaluating large infrastructure projects to see the opportunity for women in those projects. Then we've also done access to finance, the unconscious bias in lending to women. We've had some great findings. So we are at the moment going to banks, educating them on these so that they could accept and take corrective actions. Then another project that we are really excited about is in collaboration with IFC, we are doing a digital academy where we are doing for women in Hambantota, Kurunegala, Gaul and Jaffna in Sinhala and Tamil, where we are doing a 3-month program with individual mentoring for entrepreneurs, so that then by the end of it, by end of this year, we will have 100 strong women who are well trained and certified by chamber, and every year we hope to increase the number.
Well, we are extremely excited to be seeing that, and we wish you all the very best for you and your career, and also as a chairperson of WCIC. Thank you so much for talking to us, and wishing you all the very best.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I am here with Sandra Manduragala, a member of the WCIC. And Sandra, one quick question. How important is this event, and how important do you think this event is to break the bias?
I think that this event was very important personally to me and for all the ladies who were here. Actually, we were not thinking about the social biases and whatever the perspectives we had about the role of women in society. And we really got a big overview of the real facts about being biased, right? Sometimes it's in our minds and sometimes it's created by society. But I personally feel it was a great eye-opener for me, even at this age, that how I should react to women when they have real problems.
Yes, absolutely. And also considering how there was so many practical experiences shared with us by leading personalities in the industry, do you think that there is a lack of awareness in the public which this event is helping to address at the moment?
Yes, of course, there's a huge lack of education and public awareness. And this has given a lot of exposure, and I wish that this also could be done in the provinces where these kind of exposures are not available for women. And I came with a delegation of about 16 women from Kurunegala, and I'm so glad and pleased that they got this opportunity to be exposed so that they can really think differently about themselves and also about the women whom they impact.
Absolutely. And we are very excited and happy to have met you as well. Thank you very much for speaking to us, and wishing you all the very best.
You're most welcome.
I am here with Naomi Rajapaksa, attorney at law and the founding director of Yehelia Foundation. Now, Shalya, one quick question. How important is this event to you, and how do you think this event is breaking the bias?
I think first of all, I must thank the organizers for having me on board to speak about the importance of actually speaking about gender awareness and the need for gender education. That is absolutely important, because most of the people don't even know the difference between sex and gender. And so if we are to speak of gender biasness unconsciously or consciously, it's imperative we understand what gender means, what gender stereotyping means, how it affects us, the effects of it, the causes of it. So this conversation pretty much laid the foundation or the stepping stones, and I think conversations of this nature must definitely continue.
Absolutely, and congratulations on delivering such a wonderful session, which I did manage to hear, and it was absolutely inspiring. And just a quick question relating to the panel discussion. You mentioned how there was, along with lack of awareness, there was also a lack of alternatives. Could you give us your view on that, and how this event could help to overcome such situations?
No, actually, it's a misconception in our society to the effect that some of the women who undergo abuse, so to say, are not educated enough, or some of the women who go through harassment, they are not educated enough as to the harassment and abuse. No, women do know when they go through abuse and harassment. But like I highlighted earlier, sometimes they just don't know what to do about it. it's not that they don't know what harassment or abuse is, but they just don't know what to do about it. For an example, simply speaking, sometimes they don't know where to go and institute the police complaint, and they don't know what happens after you institute the police complaint. Lack of knowledge once again, lack of education once again. So I think areas of that nature needs to be identified. We need to do collective training programs where we educate women as to not just as to the laws, but as to also the processes and procedures. That is very important.
Absolutely. And also in collaboration with WCIC, would you take part in future events, and what sort of events would you expect from WCIC to take place in order to break the bias?
I think I would certainly collaborate with WCIC, even in my personal capacity, even in the capacity of the foundation. But I sincerely hope the organizers also think of having these sort of sessions in all the languages. Because now today's session was mostly in English, so sometimes people who would not understand English would be excluded from these sessions. So if we can also make it, multilinguistic, so that people would understand, not just that, even people with disabilities, if they could attend these events and sort of receive such education and information, I think that would be of impeccable value.
Absolutely. And it was so lovely to meet you, to see you, and also to hear from you. Thank you so much for talking to us, and wishing you all the very best.
Thank you very much. I'm humbled.